Hello, welcome to White Birch Tarot. This reading is for, I always forget to look at the date, Sunday, I think it's June 18th. Okay, new moon in Gemini. It's going to be one of those nights. New moon in Gemini. So this is Saturday night, early Sunday morning. And I think we just had the new moon here. I'm in the US, so depends on where you are. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on in the sky. I just want to talk about it for a minute, so I hope that's not boring to you. But it's interesting because if you know what a new moon is, it means that the sun and the moon are together in the sky, and that's why you can't see the moon. And they are at 26 degrees Gemini, so they are squaring Neptune in Pisces at 27 degrees. And that got me thinking about the different kinds of knowing that we have. And I had never thought about this before this way, but there are usually things come in fours. So one of my favorite astrologers, Liz Green, said that if somebody tells you there's a triad, which is three things, they're missing something. There's always a fourth. And I think she's right. So I was thinking about, okay, if Gemini is your intellect, which it is, Gemini rules communication and thinking. It's kind of your left brain, like learning languages and 2 + 2 = 4, logic. That's Gemini, okay? And then opposite Gemini is the sign of Sagittarius, which rules higher learning and philosophy. And I would argue, since it's ruled by Jupiter, it rules your intuition. It's when you just suddenly know something. And that's different from your intellect, from logic. It's the opposite, sort of, because they're opposite each other. Then I thought to myself, okay, where are the other two? So I went three signs down, because there are 12 signs, and I thought, okay, Virgo is in between those, and I thought, aha, Virgo rules health and the body. That's your body awareness. You can know things in your body. Like if you suppress an emotion, it can come out as a physical symptom. That's body knowing. That's Virgo. That's Earth. And then because Gemini is air, Sagittarius is fire. And then I thought, okay, you go a couple signs down from Sagittarius and you get to Pisces, which is a water sign. And that is knowing with your emotions. So this is when you feel it in your gut, like you just, it's your emotional knowing. So I thought that's interesting. There's 4 different kinds of knowing. And tonight we have the new moon, which is in an air sign, which is logic, squaring Neptune in Pisces, which is your gut feeling, okay, your gut knowing, which I would absolutely trust over your logic. And the new moon at 26 degrees Gemini is opposite 27 degrees of Sagittarius, which is the galactic center. It's the center of our galaxy, which is really interesting. So that's in Sagittarius, which is intuition. So I feel like our logic is being challenged by our intuition and our gut feeling. And I would go with them any day. So you might find out something that you kind of suspected all along, or you may be surprised by something. It's an interesting new moon anyway. And Jupiter is sextile Saturn. Jupiter's in Taurus and Saturn is in Pisces. And they are sextile, which is 60 degrees apart, 2 signs apart, which is a positive aspect. And Saturn is stationary. It's starting to go retrograde tonight. So it's standing still in the sky, which makes it more powerful in a way. So Jupiter rules our hopes and our desires and our dreams. It's the future. And Saturn is reality. And let's look at the facts and, what's realistic. And I feel like this is, since it's a sextile, I feel like this is Saturn coming in and saying to your hopes and dreams, saying, just make sure that what you are pining for, what you're wishing for, make sure that it's got, feet of clay. Make sure that it's realistic and that if you get it, you're really going to want it. So don't wish for things that, you know, you're going to get them and go, oh my gosh, what did I wish for this for? I don't want this. So, but it can help you manifest what you want, but it's also going to make sure that it's realistic. So just thought I would throw that out there. And then I'm going to read a couple quick quotes. Yeah, read a quote. No, I'm going to read some quotes. This is from an author and an educator named Peter Drucker, who said, the best way to predict your future is to create it. Okay, and this is an old Zen saying, leap and the net will appear. Okay, that takes some courage. But interestingly, very interestingly, we get a card that goes right along with that. But I'm going to start with the card I drew first. I can't speak tonight. What is wrong with me? New Moon in Gemini, I should be full of words. Okay, these are the fairy cards, Heart of the Fairy. I wasn't going to use these, and then somehow they ended up in my hand. We get the Thief. Okay, this is when you keep putting things off because you feel like you don't have time or you don't have the energy, and then you turn around and the opportunity is gone. So this card is telling us, don't put things off. Don't let time steal your dreams from you, because it will. Okay? So be very careful about that. And then the next card I drew is the Fairy of Naughtiness, which I really wasn't expecting, although Gemini is a very, very playful energy. The Fairy of Naughtiness. So this is saying, you know, do something fun, and don't worry about, don't like go out and drunk drive. I don't mean that, but don't worry so much about the consequences. Just do something silly, do something fun. And it's interesting because that's card number 37, and then the next card is the Pan. I love this card because I love Peter Pan. I love the deity Pan, who is also known as Dionysus, although they're a little bit different. The half goat, you know, he doesn't have the Pan horns, so he's not exactly Pan. I think he's more Peter Pan. But this is childlike energy, and this is exactly goes with what I said, leap and the net will appear. This is where you need to jump into something and make a move and be bold. If you don't go for it, you're not going to get it. Okay? And then I draw the Queen of the Night. I might have to clarify this because the Queen of the Night is our yearnings and our longings. And sometimes it's telling us to go for them. And actually, I don't need to clarify it. I think this is definitely telling us to go for them because we've got the Fairy of Naughtiness, we've got the Pan, we've got the Thief saying, don't let time steal your dreams free. This is definitely telling us. If you, let me see how they put it in the book because they're so much more eloquent than I am. Here it is. I love these cards. I really truly wasn't going to draw these tonight, and I don't know how this happens, but okay, she rules desire, yearning, and inspiration. She can inspire you to write a poem, paint a picture, find a lover, all with the intensity of single focus. If you choose to ignore her, you may be haunted by the sphere of what might have been. That's the Thief. That's the Thief. If you wait, you're going to look back and go, why didn't I do that? Why did I let that opportunity go? It says, if you choose to follow her, this queen will be your constant companion until you have fulfilled your desire. Only then will you be free of her. However, her gift of inspiration may not be what it seems. You may wake to find that the very thing you have created with such passion has turned to dross in the light of day. The poem is mundane, the lover is a loser. Will you risk it? I'm saying, since we got these other cards with it, I'm saying, yeah, we should risk it because we got the Pan, naughtiness, and, you know, I mean, look at that face. Actually, he's kind of cute, so, but he's telling us, you know, watch out because time does go very quickly and you don't want to sit around and then say to yourself, oh, why didn't I do that? There's nothing worse to me than the feeling of regret. Nothing. I hate regret. Okay, 2 cards just came out together. Ah, well, these are dreadful looking. Orphaned. So you may be feeling like you're all alone. So, you know, the move that you need to make, it might be moving towards some company or some community that can help you. And then I also do the never-ending story. This is kind of a despairing card too, although it's kind of like, remember last time we got the Wheel of Fortune. The never-ending story means that, you know, you may feel like you're at the end of your rope and like, oh my God, I just have to give up. I'm not getting anywhere. But there's always another turning of the wheel, so don't give up. That's what I feel. I'm going to draw one more just to clarify. This is interesting. A leg up. Maybe this is that Saturn energy helping Jupiter realize a dream. Saturn is realism. Jupiter is dreaming. Somebody or something is going to give you a leg up. So it's a good time to try something that you've been thinking of, or, you know, take a leap of faith. That's what it's telling us. I really didn't expect this tonight. No, I'm not drawing 4 animal cards. You're not having 4. These will not come out. Okay, well, these 2 insisted, so. Chameleon spirit, act as if. Oh, that's great. That's great. If you act as if you've already got it, you're going to be in that energy and you're going to draw something of that vibration to you. There's a saying I like the Unity Church, and they say, thoughts in mind produce like kind. That's what this is saying. Act as if you've already got it, and it may manifest. And then I drew Porcupine Spirit. Time for beginner mind. Time for beginner mind. That's another way of saying, you know, don't think to yourself, oh, I've tried that 5 times and it didn't work, I might as well give up. Start over. So this is really an interesting reading. I didn't expect that for some reason. It doesn't feel like a Moon in Gemini reading. But again, this is not your typical Moon in Gemini. It is not. New Moon in Gemini. Oh, I didn't even think about my Moonology cards. Would it be too late to find New Moon in Gemini? Let's just see what it says just for the heck of it. What do they say for New Moon in Gemini? Oh, well, of course. I'm not thrilled with these cards, actually. Communication is key. Yeah, that's true. Gemini's all about communication. But again, this is a very strange new moon in Gemini because of all the other planets involved. So, I hope this made some kind of sense. I'm kind of wacky tonight, but what else is new? Okay, thank you so much for watching. I almost said walking. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe. I'm not drunk or anything. I don't drink or anything like that. So I'm just off tonight. I don't know why. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. I will talk to you again in a couple of days. Thank you so much for watching. I enjoy your comments. Blessings and good night. Thank you.